Look, yesterday afternoon, the IDF released the preliminary results of its investigation to that strike. And what we found that while we used two of the smallest munitions that we have to target these two terrorists that were actively planning their next terror attack in the West Bank, Judea and Samaria, don't forget this was the area where 3 Brits were killed just a year ago, Lucy D and her 2 daughters. While that munition did reach its target, it seems that there was a secondary explosion, and that was most likely caused by a Hamas arms dump, an arms dump that we did not know that was there, unfortunately, and that's what caused the fire, which unfortunately caused those tragic civilian casualties. Look, we're working extremely hard. Our battle is not, of course, with Gazan civilians. It's with Hamas. We're going after them. We're going to defeat them. The last 4 battalions are in Rafah, and we're going to get the job done.
Mr. Mencer, you say that your battle is not with the citizens of Gaza, and I appreciate it's not, ostensibly, but why do so many of them continue to be killed?
They continue to be killed because of the way Hamas fights. They embed themselves in civilian communities to put an arms dump inside where civilians may be. Even though this wasn't the humanitarian safer zone, but still they hide civilians. You know, in almost every single bedroom around Gaza, we found munitions. In almost every single home, schools, kindergarten, mosques, they've been used as ammunition dumps. This is outrageous. This is the way that Hamas fight. They know that it will most likely cause damage to their own people. They don't care about that because they hate Jews more than they love their own people. But we're going after them and we're going to defeat them.
And now will there be a long-term occupation of this part of Rafah? What happens next, Mr. Mencer?
So the Prime Minister has made clear that it is not our intention, I repeat, it is not our intention for an occupation, as you call it, of Gaza. We want Gazans to be run by Gazans themselves. There will be a need for overall security control where there are terrorist threats. The Israeli army assesses that it will have to go in and take out those terrorist threats. But in the longer term, you know, we already withdrew once from Gaza for peace. Unfortunately, it turned out very well because Hamas took over. We want Gazans who are interested in the betterment of their own society to take over Gaza. That's our plan. We're looking for support with moderate Arab nations in our neighborhood to help us with this work. And we want to get back to building peace relationships in our region rather than putting our young people and our own children in danger.
Finally, you'll be aware there's a general election going on here, and a video was released yesterday in which the Labour Party's deputy leader, Angela Rayner, has pledged to recognise Palestine on behalf of the government. A reaction, if they were to form the government, a reaction from you, Mr. Mencer?
So rather than have my reaction, you know, listen to what Hamas is saying to other countries that have decided to go down this Iranian path. You know, they've simply rubbed their hands in glee and said, thank you very much. We don't need to give back hostages to Israel because Norway, Spain, Ireland are doing our job for us. They're the International Criminal Court doing our job for us. ICJ, they're doing our job for us. They're putting pressure on Israel's people and Israel's Prime Minister. We don't have to negotiate to give back Israel's hostages. That's the reaction to these sorts of erroneous declarations.